Well, it's time to cook, Amitha, and what I thought we would do today is prepare a really, really simple dish that basically anybody can make, any age. Now, we're talking, you know, not just high schoolers. I think you can start even younger with this one. And the other nice thing I like about this dish is that it's inexpensive. And let's face it, we need affordable food. It can't be about what the wealthiest can afford. It's got to be about what anyone can afford. So
Absolutely.
That's why I chose this dish. And also it has some great nutritional properties because it's a balanced meal. And so what we're creating is something is high in fiber, high in protein, low in fat. So it's going to be good for heart health. It's going to be good for brain functioning. It's going to have a high satiety value. So this is something that will stick with students of any age and adults as well, and really kind of fuel you for the day. So
Great. I'm excited. I think I'm going to learn something. I'm not the best cook, so if I can do it, I think any teenager can do it.
Well, this is simple, trust me. You know, there's a couple of key ingredients here. One of them is enchilada sauce. Now, we don't make our own, and we make our own, but we don't advocate that everybody has to make their own. What you do need to know, though, when you're choosing enchilada sauce, is that it's, you know, a combination recipe of whatever the manufacturer chose to put in it. So even though a brand may be expensive, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily more healthful than the next brand. And one of the key things with enchilada sauce is the sodium content. And so what you want to do is always, as you're shopping for it, pick up the can, look at the nutrition facts label, and check to see that you're selecting one that has as close to 140 milligrams per serving as you can get, or less, because that is the legal limit for a low sodium product. And what we're looking for, particularly with the underserved populations, is a way to minimize the risk of high blood pressure and the resulting illnesses that can complicate heart health. So low sodium,
Great.
Enchilada sauce. And then the other key thing, of course, is having whole wheat. When we want grains, and we want whole grains in the diet. So whole wheat tortillas or corn tortillas, which are also whole grain, would work in this recipe because there's a lot of different ways we can make it. Mm-hmm. But if you are going to go with a flour product, you want to make sure that it's based in whole grains.
I love that you're bringing this up. This is exactly how our nutrition and physical activity workshop is structured, of just simple everyday choices that a teenager can make, knowing how to look for whole grains,
look this one, not
sodium
that one.
count. Absolutely.
That's very simple. And then, of course, depending on how hot you like your food, whether you put in chilies or you don't put in chilies, this is a jalapeno chili, and it's fairly mild if you take the seeds and the veins out. Okay. The heat is not in the flesh, it's in the seeds and the veins. So you want to make sure that you seed and devein those. So real simply, I'm going to spray our skillet with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil spray. And this is you can find this in every grocery store. And let's get some meat in there before we burn this thing. Actually, I think I'll put a few chilies in there.
Great.
And you like it spicy?
I'm Indian American. I do like spicy food.
Okay, all right, all right. So just to take a little bit of the heat off. Oh, there we go.
Good smoke alarms going in here.
Yeah. Well, it's this induction cooking, so we're just going to get something in here so we don't burn the stuff. I have pre-cooked ground turkey with some enchilada sauce. So that's as simple as it gets. You brown the ground turkey, add a little enchilada sauce to it, and the rest is just in the seasoning. I have some fresh tomatoes.
Okay, just chopped up.
Just chopped up. And these can come out of a can, but I would suggest that, let's turn this down, that fresh is better. Mm-hmm. So once we've got this going here, and the meat, by the way, when you start with raw meat, it does cook very quickly. So what I like to do is make a big batch of the meat, and then I freeze some of it. And, you know, these are really inexpensive little food-safe containers. You can buy them in a sleeve of 25 from Smart & Final. They cost almost nothing. But they're designed, what I like about them is they're designed for food. You know, they're not like a margarine tub that you have left over that you put leftovers in. It's really designed for food, and they freeze beautifully. They stack up. They're really inexpensive. And we're also going to add in a little bit of a salt and sugar-free spice blend. This is one of my blends, but it's like a chili powder, and I like it because I thought of it.
I would imagine you like it.
You can use any kind of chili powder. So again, depending on whether you've added chilies into the mixture or you like it hot and spicy, what I'm really trying to emphasize here is don't add salt. You know, we've got a little bit of sodium in the enchilada sauce. We chose a low sodium one. We made a good decision there. So why would you then turn around and add more salt to it? If you want flavor, add spices, but don't add the salt.
And I heard you say stay away from sugar too, right? Check
Absolutely. And you know, one of the things that you don't realize is that these spice blends are, again, a combination of whatever the manufacturer chose to put in them. So a lot of times you're not even aware that the first ingredient might be salt. And
gotta read the label.
Gotta read the label. Now we're ready to make the burrito.
Great.
So this is where you come in.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay,
I think so. As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. So you're gonna take a tortilla, a flour tortilla, and we can just grab one, nice soft one, and then we're gonna put in it some of our meat.
Okay.
And we can add a little bit of low-fat cheese to that.
And the low-fat part is important, I'm guessing.
Because, you know, the fat that's found in cheese is highly saturated milk fat. And you don't need that milk fat. I mean, the fact of the matter is that, you know, it's like having whole milk, drinking whole milk. As adults, we know that's not good fat for us. We don't need that fat. So reduced fat cheese is like drinking reduced fat milk. And the lower the fat content, the better. What we're looking for is good melting properties and good flavoring properties, and this cheese has both without that high saturated fat.
Great.
You can add a little bit of lettuce to that if you want. You got to go easy, because once it gets too full, that's I'm kind of setting you up here.
Oh, great.
Don't take it personally. All right, so now the burrito wrap. Start with the sides,
Okay.
fold in both sides. Okay, let's add a little bit more space, because what you're going to want to do is now fold the bottom up and roll it the rest of the way.
Got it.
All right, so you see what happens when you
Yeah,
overfill
I
it.
overfilled it.
All right, now turn it upside down real quick and squash it.
Squash it. Okay.
All right. So it kind of what you're doing here is you're sealing it so that the cheese will melt and kind of seal the burrito.
Got it.
And then it is a little messy to eat.
Great. You are totally setting me up. This is going to be fun.
But, you know, the other thing I wanted to point out is that this is a burrito. And, you know, not everybody can have cheese. Not everybody can have wheat. But let's say you love the idea and you just wanted to nix that. You could just make a taco salad out of it the same way by taking a little bit of your lettuce, and then you could add a little bit of your meat on top, and some tomatoes to your taste.
Great.
And if you wanted to, because as you said, you like it spicy.
I do like it spicy, that's true. And so these are just fresh chopped up jalapenos.
That's just fresh chopped up jalapenos.
Okay.
And there you go. And it's just a simple little taco salad. And now, of course, the proof is in the tasting.
Oh gosh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the taco salad
Okay.
so I don't spill burrito all over myself.
I did set you up.
It's good.
Is it spicy enough for you?
If I get the jalapeno right in there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Great. So again, an example of a very inexpensive meal. This can be made with, you know, pennies, literally, and it can be made ahead, put in the refrigerator, then you grab it when you're ready to go to school, and it's there for you.
I love that there are simple choices in each of the ingredients that teenagers can make to be healthier, even if they're preparing a simple meal, that it doesn't have to be fast and unhealthy.
Absolutely. And you know what? If you didn't have the money for the meat, or you chose to not have animal, you could just do black beans with this. The whole recipe would work just as well.
Just checking for the sodium, right?
There you go. So
I got
Amitha,
it.
I know that the audience wants to be able to find you. They want to be able to follow Pure Health Exchange, and they want to stay connected to you. what's the best way for them to do that?
Great. Well, we have a website, www.purehealthexchange.org, and we also have a Facebook page that anyone can click like, and I encourage you to do that to keep up with our posts about our volunteers and our teenagers, just Pure Health Exchange. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at @aswadine.
Well, thank you so much for coming today. It was really a pleasure, and I look forward to staying connected to Pure Health Exchange myself and staying current with what you're doing. It's great work. Thank you, thank you, thank you for dedicating yourself to the community the way you have. We really, really appreciate it, and God knows we need it, right? So have a great afternoon and continue the good fight.
Thank you so much, Jackie. It was great to be here with you today.
My pleasure. For more Food Exposed, check me out on emPOWERme.tv. And until next week, remember, make food your best friend and exercise your companion for life.